Here we go, live. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Facebook and YouTube, because you always come first. And then also welcome, Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so thrilled and excited. I have none other than Love E, aka Evonya Easley, also my big sister.
Real life
Yes.
sisters.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say, I was going to finish it. Real life sister.
I know, because you love to call everybody your sister, but I'm her real sister.
Okay, yes, real sister, verified. Okay,
Yeah.
not no blue checks here. We just verified.
Mhm.
I'm so excited to have you with us tonight. I'm gonna tell the people a little bit about you. Ivania has been a stylist since she was a teenager, I think. Always dressing up, decorating. We always went to her for advice. She even would do my mom's hair a little bit, little style in there every now and then. That one style, that French roll, if y'all remember with those back in the day.
You dating us, okay?
I just put an age on all of us. If you know, you know. Okay. And then you start doing with clothes, and then it eventually became an actual career path for you. And not only that, you have 2 degrees. You have your bachelor's degree, I believe, in political science, and your master's in accounting, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Good. I do know her. Yes. And so all of those experiences and life situations have helped you become a great entrepreneur and a tech founder. So I'm super excited about that. I don't want to tell all your business, but you have an amazing app, and then you also bless so many people. So if you could um, tell us a little bit about how your journey started.
Oh my God. Well, I have to give y'all the short version, of course, because I have now been a full time entrepreneur for the last, this is my year 14 that I've been an entrepreneur. I
Wow.
started in 2010 actually doing it for a living. But like she said, I've been dabbling with clothes and styles since we were kids, helping my mom, my sister, me and my dad were the ones that like to shop. Fast forward, like I said, this is pre-social media, so we were raised that you're going to go to college, you're going to get a good job. Nobody was raised to go and be a stylist, makeup artist, or any of that. So
Not
once
to
I
make
graduated,
money. Not you can
yeah,
do it, but you don't know if you're gonna make money.
yes, you got to go get a job. So, graduated from college, went and got a job like I was taught to do. But I always loved clothes, and I think it could be a real job. So I just did it on the side, night and weekends, having fun. But one day, I went to a fashion show by Softsheen Carson, the hair company, and a magazine, and they were like, "Every time we see you, you're dressed so nice. Could you put on a fashion show for us, and we'll pay you?" And when they paid me, that planted the seed for me to be like, maybe other people pay me. Maybe this
Right.
could be a real job. So once they paid me, this was in Charleston, South Carolina. I decided to do the research to kind of figure out, like, okay, how does it work to be a stylist? Do I have to live in LA? Do I have to live in New York? Like, how does it work? So I started shadowing
Hmm.
stylists, interning. I got to intern with Michael Knight when he was on Project Runway. And that was a really eye opening experience to see how the business works, beyond just knowing how to put together cute looks. I started working with clients. From there, I was hoping that he would be able to hire me because he was going to win the show. I was very naive. And mind you, this is my late 20s. That is not how it worked in real life. He didn't win the show, but he won a prize. But he needed that money to start his own business, not hire nobody.
Right.
So I was still working my day job. And during that time, like I said, really praying, manifesting, and letting everybody know this is what I'm trying to do. And the opportunity presented itself to work at Fox 5. So I was dressing the anchors at Fox 5. They sent me to Channel 2, Channel 11. And I was meeting all these people in the green room. And mind you, I still had my accounting job. So I was going to the station at like 3 in the morning, dressing the anchors, going to my day job at 9 in the morning. And at the time, my daughter was, I think, fifth grade, sixth grade. So it was a chaotic time to say the least, but I really, really wanted to make it happen. I really wanted
Hmm.
to pursue my passion, and turn it into profits while I was still working my day job. That created a lot of opportunity to get clients. I got to work on Disney movies, VH1 TV shows, etc. The economy crashed in 2010. I lost my job. When I lost my job, though, because I was at the station and meeting people and working on sets, I
Hmm.
was able to try to go on and start the business. I was supposed to be looking for a new job when I lost my job while I was doing all these styling jobs on the side. But I ended up just starting my business and never actually went back to work and continued to grow and scale the business from there. Fast forward, I introduced technology a few years ago into my business by building a platform where you can order a stylist on demand, like a Uber. But for styling, we're still building that out. And I've also incorporated virtual reality. We did a VR fashion show last year, and we are using that technology to make a more elevated, innovative, and immersive experience for luxury retailers and retailers in general to engage with their consumers and their shoppers. So that's, the short version of the
That was
last
the
25
short
years.
the short fast version.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, your daddy is on, and he said slow down because he don't know what you said. Daddy, I don't know what you said. Yeah, can you talk a little bit about, like, let's talk about your app a little bit. How you got there, and then what is the name of it so I can tell people to go and download.
Yeah, it's styled by Lovey, and you can go to the web app right now, and you can get more information. We're still focused more on our event and activations right now,
Hmm.
and working with clients directly. But the app is all about being able to have access to style. So, like, I meet a lot of clientele that they are like, "Hey, I'm interested in what you do, but it's out my price point, or I need a little less entry point to start." So I work with C suite level executives, directors, doctors, lawyers. So you may be a school teacher and you want a special occasion outfit, or you may be working your way up to corporate, or up the corporate ladder, and you may need some styling help. I built the platform so you to have access to style by working with junior stylists on my team if you couldn't work with me directly.
Yep. So you can go to stylebylovey.com and get some assistance on your styling.
Yeah.
I know that I need that, but I just text you. Um, but yeah, it's not, if you just, you can work with Evonya, but you can also work with other stylists that she has. I want to shout out the people on Instagram. Thank you all for joining. Hey, Alicia, good to see you. Everyone else, good to see you too. Some of you, I don't know your real names, just your screen names, so I won't shout those out. And then you have a unique story because you went to school like we were supposed to and got an education, and then went totally left into something that has nothing to do with any of your degrees, which most people do, really.
I won't say that because running a business, you do need the accounting. The accounting background has
Hmm.
definitely helped me with running a business. And then I do think working corporate or just working in business lets you be able to be a better entrepreneur, because at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing behind the scenes, it's still the business that needs to be ran. Whether I was doing hair, styling, a plumber, at the end of the day, the money has to come in. You have to pay the expenses. The difference is your profit. What are your profit margins, and understanding the business behind whatever it is, the skill that you do. So I'm actually grateful that I went the route that I went, because I think that is part of the reason I've been able to be in business for so long, because I'm not just focused on being creative. I'm focused on what makes good business sense for my business.
Right, and making those business decisions. So hello, Keisha, our cousin, is on here. And yeah, so making those, you're like, I was saying that to say that your past has also helped you and equipped you, even though they were different than what you're doing. Like, you didn't go to school per se for fashion, and
Yeah.
how important it is to know how to run a business is probably more essential in my mind than knowing the other things, because that, when you have a gift and it's a part of who you are and like a part of your passion or purpose, you just can do that, and you can learn that, and you can perfect that over time. But you really, it will just stay a hobby unless you know how to make it.
Monetize it.
Exactly. Unless you know how to make money from it, it really is just overworked or an extended hobby or something. So I think that's essential to how you got to where you are now and making your business. And then also, you have something coming up. Tell us about that before I ask you some more questions.
So we do, during the pandemic, we wanted to keep community. So we started to produce these fashion shows that highlighted minority and women-owned businesses. And so we do have one upcoming in August.
All
It's going to
right.
be a poolside fashion show. We've never done a poolside fashion show, so this should be a fun show. We'll have live entertainment, of course, the fashion show, and you'll be able to shop with all of the designers that are in the fashion show. It's always a good time with good people, good networking, food, The pool has cabanas, so for if you want to be a VIP, you'll be in the cabana and be served. It's always a good time, and it's great to be able to support these women-owned and minority women-owned businesses that participate in the show. So we do those occasionally, probably a couple of times a year. This year, I've been producing other people's shows, so this is our first show that we're doing this year, and we'll be collaborating with another woman-owned business to produce it.
I love it. So it's going to be a poolside fashion show in August,
Yes, in August.
and you go to Evonya's Instagram, love Evonya, and in her bio, click her link tree to
To be the first thing. It's called Fashion Fete.
yeah, it'll be the first thing up there. Fashion, what you said?
Fete.
Say it again.
Fete.
Fete. Okay. I want to make sure everybody.
Party. Fashion party.
Okay, yeah. For us normal people, country folks, it's just fashion party. It's poolside, so I'm excited. I always go to these. I've been going, I think, since your second one, and would come from out of town just to be there. So these are things you don't want to
Oh,
miss.
you
And
had the first one too. That was at Hotel Coley.
oh, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then, yeah, I did. I did come from out of town on the first one. And you want to look your best when you attend, just because everybody else is fashionable. And so I always make sure I wear something that Yvonne has either approved, picked out, or bought. So make sure you come. Do you wear bathing suits at the poolside one or
No,
no?
because the pool is going to be there for decoration.
Okay.
That is for the models and for ambience. Okay,
Yes,
it's
come
going to
with your
be
clothes
beautifully
on
decorated.
and don't jump in the pool.
Yes. So no, it's not a swim party. It is a poolside experience, not a get in the pool party. And
I
you already know, we don't get in the pool anyway when we go. We all wear the poolside. So I mean, if you want to wear something that looks kind of like a swimsuit with an actual outfit over it, be my guest. But you won't actually be swimming at this party. This is a
yeah, I'm not getting
classy,
wet.
elevated experience.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be there with something poolside pretty
Exactly.
in the VIP section. So if you're VIP, you would definitely see me. Everyone else, I will see you in passing probably, or at the refreshments or
You're
networking.
hilarious. For the VIPs, we'll be bringing the refreshments to them. So they'll have their food and drinks provided for them in the cabanas.
Yes, and that's where I will be at the cabanas, the
I was going to
VIP.
ask you to help work, but we'll talk about
I,
that
I
offline.
know I knew that was coming, but we'll talk about that offline in regards to me being somewhere where the VIPs are. Amen. So after you did the part of you becoming an entrepreneur and you finally said, "Hey, I can make money from this," after you
Lots
made,
of
yeah, like what you can make lots of money. Um, and so you officially became a business owner, because at first you kind of was like still having your other job, and then you had these opportunities and you were going up. And I like to point that out. You were making the sacrifices. Like you got up really early to go and do the TV. Like you remember,
yeah, I did not know I was going to have to be there too early until I got the job. I was like, wait a minute. I normally only get up that early for a flight to go on vacation.
right. And I know that sometimes, but you had the support system too. And I want to talk to the sisters out there, have your friends, you have sisters, you have your family. I knew I came in a few times when you, I think, did a movie once, and it was like you were gone for like 16
Movie
hours.
hours are ridiculous. They're like 12, 14-hour days.
Yeah. And you were just like dead tired, but you were working it and trying to work, your other jobs as well, putting your time in. So wherever you are in your journey, just keep working it, keep doing it, keep feeding your purpose, keep feeding your passion.
It's
Don't
definitely some tenacity and determination,
right.
and grit, because it's gonna be some grinding time and some hustle time to get to a place where you can be like, oh no, I don't want to do that job, or I don't want to accept that job, or like I don't have to work like that anymore. Like I haven't worked a movie set in forever because I don't want to work 12, 14-hour days
Right.
like that. I do now get to work with clients that I genuinely enjoy and love. In the beginning, I was just working with whoever could pay because I didn't know any better. But once you start building your business, you figure out like who your customer persona is and really go after your niche and not just service everybody. And I find when you work in your niche, the people are exactly what you want it to be. They'll pay what you're asking, and it won't be a lot of problems because you didn't leave your job to work for yourself to have 100 bosses telling you what to do. So you really want to set up those parameters and build your business around people that you do want to work with.
Yeah, Daddy is excited about VIP, so I guess he's gonna be in VIP too. Um, and joining.
Daddy, I'll send you the link. You can get your ticket after. They give you the family discount.
Right.
Look, we
And
are accepting sponsors. Talk to you about that offline as well.
yeah, if you want to sponsor this, you can also go to her IG and connect with her
Yeah,
and
just
to
connect with
figure
me
out. Yeah,
because
just connect
it's
with her in
only
her
to buy tickets.
DMs and get your sponsorship details and how you can sponsor and what levels.
Yes.
And it'll be great, especially if you're a business owner, if you're trying to get your name out there and you're in the fashion world, even if you're not, if
You're
you're a
not, because we
woman,
actually have a bank that's one of our sponsors, and their whole thing
right?
is like we want to get new business from business owners. They're a bank that's focused on supporting business owners, so they are sponsoring because they want to meet people that have their own businesses. And then at my events, I have a lot of, like I said, I work with corporate clients, so a lot of the people that are coming to the event, they're at jobs or companies that you may want to work at, that you may want to network with, as well as the fashionistas and entrepreneurs. There's a nice little eclectic mix of all kind of people at my shows. It might be somebody who works at, Essentra, Coke, and then you have somebody else who's an entrepreneur, and then you have somebody else that just loves fashion and loves to support.
And you have people in tech that are there because
Yeah,
I've come
exactly.
to them and have met people that are in tech. And so
Exactly.
we have a question that's going to interrupt our conversation. It said, "What was your greatest challenge being in business, or what has been your greatest challenge being in business?"
I think sustaining business is might be the greatest challenge because I mean it's easy to start a business. It's not that much to go get an LLC from your state, whether it's the Secretary of State in Georgia or wherever else. But
Hmm.
sustaining a business is the real work because businesses statistics say businesses most of them fail or 50% of them fail within the first 7 years. So to
Hmm.
make it to year 14 and be sustainable too, it's a lot. But I think that's probably the greatest challenge. And of course when I first got in business, it was like I just need to make enough money to not starve to death and be homeless. And then once you get to that level, it's like, well, I want to enjoy life. I want to travel. Once you get to that level, it's like, well, how do I exit out of this business? Because one day I'm gonna be an old
Right.
lady and I want to retire. How do I grow this business to not just six figures but seven figures?
Hmm.
And so, at every level of success is also another level of what's next. What's next? And I think you got to, of course, count the blessings, count the wins, but also work towards the next thing to be
Right.
able to keep going. So that's probably been the biggest challenge. When I first started my business, if I was at the level that I am now, then I would have been like, oh my God, I made it. And now that I have made it, it's like, okay, but now I'm trying to get here. So
Right. Right.
I
You got to
think,
keep having those goals and then having things to reach. And like you said something really good too about um going into business, like that's a process, right? Starting it, then sustaining it, and then how you exit it. So everyone, you may not, some people want to exit by retiring when they reach a certain number. Some people want to just get to a level where they can sell it, and then they're offered once they get the certain offer they want, then they're out and they're on to something else, or they just retire and go into the sunset and travel the rest of the world for like for the rest of their life. But whatever it is, the key is to have a plan and
yes,
to start thinking about that sooner than later, and coming up with those scenarios. What if this happens, or how, if I have to do it this way?
succession
Because
plan,
say it again.
a succession plan.
Yeah, a succession plan. And so when you go into business, I think with that, it helps you because you have it earlier, and versus you kind of living, and then like you said, you got to a point, you're where if you were there years ago, got to where you are now, you'd be like, yes, I've made it. But then it's like, no, I really haven't, because you have different things in life, and different opportunities and goals. And you're kind of like, do I really want to still be doing this at 60? If I do, what makes me want to come out of my house or come out of my comfortable living to do this? So make sure you think about those things, have that succession plan. And then when you have a community of people, of women who are business owners or entrepreneurs, you do want to get that support, and then that other insight of, what did you do, how does that look, or how's that going for you, which you've done something different. And that's what the Sisters Let's Connect community is about. And so that's why we have these lives and listen to different people, And this one was about career and purpose. And almost everyone this month, you're closing us out this month, Ivania, but everyone has been in a career, in like these successful careers, and they're all like have a business on the side, and all became entrepreneurs by the end of it.
Yeah, I
So,
have a lot of clients that are right now asking for a rebrand because they're like, I'm transitioning out of corporate into entrepreneurship. I talked to one earlier today. I think she left her job 6 months ago, and now she's going to be speaking on a stage at Essence, and she was asking me like what to wear. So I think though, what I tell my students all the time, a lot of times we get in, you know, we start a business out of our passions. Like I
mhm,
started my business late 20s, early 30s, and it was like, you know, I love what I do, and if I could do this every day, etc. And then you get in a business, realize, you know, you have to spend time building and working on the business. That it's not like I get to shop all day, every day.
right,
Even though I would like to, that is not the case because I have to spend time, you know, looking at the numbers and doing follow up and lead gen and marketing and social media and reports and all these things. And then I also, you know, of course, I got to service clients and shop, but you got to find them as well and build relationships and network. It's just a lot of juggling. But I always tell
mhm,
my students, like, you got to look at the end to do the beginning, like knowing what does the end
mhm,
result you want, what do you want the end result to be, and work backwards. So even when we do these events, like we know before we just throw up an event, like how much is it going to cost us to produce it? How many tickets do we need to sell to break even, to make a profit? What is the profit margin? Like you have to know all this, not just, hey, I just want to do stuff because I just want to do it, or hey, I'm throwing this $100 for this item. Did you do the pricing to know, does it really need to be 100? Do it need to be 75? Do it need to be 125?
right,
Like I always say, my numbers don't fall out the sky. Like it's data behind why and what and everything that I do, because that's something you learn as you go along in business. Now, that's something I knew in the beginning, but now definitely your data is going to really direct where your business is going as far as direction on what's working, what's not working, what should we do? It
mhm,
should be higher, lower. Where can we cut expenses? Where can we increase? And all the things.
right. And that's very helpful, and and beneficial too, because even when you work from the end with, like, say if you're wanting a certain financial goal from that because you want this percentage of the money to go towards furthering the business, or for a marketing, a big rebrand, say they're hiring you, they may have done a big conference and now they're saying I want to use a part of that investment to rebrand or to go into a different market or whatever. And having that at the beginning helps so much. Just, I only done by like two conferences, but it helps so much to know, and then you know where you are. So even if people, like, it's not just about making a profit, it's like, did we reach our goal?
Yeah.
Did we reach what we needed to do, and can we do what we want to do with what we've received? And when you haven't, you may have made money, you're like, good job, but also we can't buy nothing with this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
I think it's really important to even think about what it takes to get to it. Like, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month. How much is that a week? How many people?
mhm,
How much is that a day? How many people I need to talk to? How many people I need to close? Is that 3 people? Is that 5 people? Is that 10 people? And if you need to close three, 5, or 10, you probably need to talk to triple that to get at least 3 to 5 to 10 to close. So, like, really breaking it all the way down to figure out how you're going to make stuff happen beyond, I need $10,000 a month, and I don't know what I'm
and
gonna do
then where
to
did
get
that number
it.
come from? Because some people
Well,
are
maybe it
just
came from your expenses. Like if you
right,
know
but I'm saying
there's a
some people haven't
cost,
even thought about that. They just are like, they're just saying, they just saying that I've never made $10,000 a
yeah,
month, and so now I want to make $10,000 a month because I just want to be in that six-figure mark. But I don't really, do I even need that? Is that
yeah,
is that really enough? Like, because even if you count your expenses, but you may be counting your expenses where you are now, like not
yeah,
what it will be when you go another level.
yeah.
You have
Because
to,
expensive with having a business. I have a bookkeeper, I have an assistant, and then I
right.
have a team of assistants that help me when we go out to do the styling jobs. When I do these events and they're working the event, they expect to get paid.
You want to know all of that. Hey, Jael. Hey, Marshawn. Um, we have another question for you. How do you recognize when you should expand your business? Or I guess, how did you recognize? Because not everybody's story is the same, but
When you have enough money to, no, I'm just playing.
come on.
That's part of
Right.
that's part of it. But the
Tell the
other part,
truth.
that's part of it for sure. But at the same time, and one of my coaches said this, a lot. Of course, when we start our business, we're doing everything ourselves. We barely want to invest in ourselves. Like we just trying to Google, YouTube, University, everything. But what I will say is, you have to invest in yourself, and it's going to take more than free classes off of YouTube.
Uh-oh, we lost her there, it looked like.
Apologies, I had a glitch.
Oh, okay, it's okay. You said free
Sorry,
classes,
I had
that
a
it
glitch.
takes more than free classes
Yes.
on YouTube.
Yes. So you're gonna have to invest in yourself and get some coaching, or maybe go into some cohorts, accelerators. But what one of my coaches had said is, like, you can't grow your business to the levels that you want just by yourself. Like, you're gonna get a lot further with the team. And I know when I invested in an assistant, that freed up my time, at least some of it. That gave me
Right.
back a good 20, 30 hours a month that I used to make money, more money. So now I could pay her and me. And so it's like, you can't be scared to be out on faith, but also figure out, like, how can I budget that I am freeing up my time. Ultimately, when you bring people on your team in your business, it's for their expertise that you don't have, or it's to free up your time, or a combination of both.
Hmm.
So the people that I have on my team is to either assist me to execute the vision that I have, or to free up my time to be able to go and focus on sales, because I am the lead salesperson. I'm the CEO, but I'm also the CSO, Chief Sales Officer in the company. Because if I
There
don't
it
bring any
is.
money in, nobody's getting paid.
Come on, Chief Sales Officer. I love it.
I
I
mean, the
love
thing
it.
is, it's not about money, but at the same time, it is, because you can't run a business without any money, and you can't stay in business if you're not making any
Any money,
money.
right?
At that point, it's a hobby when you're not getting paid to do it. So you got to be able to know what the numbers are, whether that be two, three, four, $5,000 a month. I think I remember. I think when I first started my business, I was like, I just need like 2, 3,000 a month. Now it's a totally different number.
It's a totally different number. I need two, three thousand
One,
dollars
we're
today.
like 14 years in advance. So now we have inflation. Everything's more expensive. I have taxes now that my job
You
is
know
dropped.
more of your worth and your skill. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
you need to charge people for that and not even be scared to. Um,
Yeah.
yes, Jael says, "Hey, Evonya," and
Hi. Yeah, I can't see nothing on my end. So
I
I don't know what
know.
you said.
Yeah, I know. She. Yes, we are here. We see y'all. Okay, Daddy, you're asking. Daddy asking some more questions, and I'm like, I'm trying to talk to Evonya here. I told y'all got to send these questions ahead of time, but this your last one for the because we're only going to be on here. We're only trying to keep these short. We know it's Friday. It's Happy Friday, everyone. It is the summertime, and we are outside. Well, at night because it's hot in Atlanta, but we are outside.
Well, I'm out. I'm inside tonight, but I'm outside all day tomorrow. So yeah,
Right. And then, but I will ask your question: is everyone that's on your team getting paid?
yes.
Hmm. So you always you
I don't
should.
have interns at the moment. The
Mhm.
last intern I had, I ended up, my assistant got married and had to quit. Well, she didn't have to, but that's what she chose to do when she got married.
Yeah,
Not mad at it. So my intern got promoted to my assistant. So that was the last time I had an intern. I'm a big believer in paying people because I don't want to work for free. I get paid to do work. So if I'm asking you to assist me in that work, I can afford to break off what I've been paid to pay you.
exactly.
It's
I
only
agree
fair.
with
You
that.
want to treat people how you want to be treated.
Right.
And I've worked
Exactly.
for free plenty of times from people while they were getting paid for a job because they knew that I just wanted the opportunity to learn. So you just don't want to abuse that. There's nothing wrong with having interns for sure. And I do have mentees at Georgia State and Georgia Tech. But and one of them definitely is going to come and help with the fashion show. She's asked could she come and volunteer and shadow. But normally if they're not doing it for school credit. I don't have interns. I have people that I need them to show up, drive one, have a car,
Right.
and show up to work and they can get paid.
Exactly. So yeah, you
It's
definitely
a good incentive for people to show up to work when they're
right.
getting
And
paid.
there's a bunch of different ways. I know Ivanya's hired different people through her network, but when you have a network or getting connected with people and networking, and when you network with Ivanya and other people next month, and not next month, in August at the Poolside Fashion Show, then you're able to get those relationships. And then sometimes you don't really need people. Some people think they need an assistant like working 8 hours a day and for,
Yeah,
5 days a week. You don't
mine is
even
not
need
even
that.
full time. Like she's part
Right.
time.
And you may just need someone part time. You may just need someone to organize your calendar. Like, don't overthink it, but
Yeah,
also give yourself that. just budget that out when you're planning. And
Yeah.
then there's so many other things, Upwork and
Like Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can use all of
Like you
those
need
type
a
of
flyer
platforms.
made. Don't try to hire a graphic designer. First off, get
Right.
Canva with yourself. But
Right.
you can get on Fiverr or Upwork, get you some for $20, $25. Like I keep hitting up Fiverr anytime I have a technical issue on my website and I don't have time to be sitting there trying to figure it out because my time, I know how much my time is an hour. So if I'm like,
Right.
let me let somebody who know what they're doing go on and spend an hour or two instead of me trying to spend 3 hours that I could have been doing something that's productive.
Thinking you're saving when you're
And
really not.
yeah, and every time they will fix whatever I need on that website for $25 or less. Okay. And if they don't, I go on and find somebody who will. Okay.
Hi, husband. I see you. Thank you for joining.
So
But
there's ways
also,
around, getting around like having official, like I gotta hire a whole employee, pay taxes on them and all that. You can use contractors, you can use
a
Fiverr,
lot
you
of
can use
people use
Upwork
contractors.
for different things, even to build out your website. If you can't hire like a website designer, like there's ways to get around always having like just people on your clock. You're gonna have to
Right.
spend
And
some
then
money,
you
but
can,
it'll be a small investment.
if you make the investment into things like you said, like Canva has so many things for free. But if you get Canva Pro, if you have a nonprofit, you actually can get Canva
Yeah.
Pro for free.
Yeah,
So,
nonprofits get a lot of perks and
right.
stuff for.
So not just saying get a real nonprofit. Don't be just forming stuff and ain't doing nothing. But if you have one, sometimes we working harder than what we need to. So we want to share the information. We don't hoard information, we share. So if you
Yeah,
have
it's a
that,
lot of resources out here for sure.
right. And then even using interns, sometimes they're in high school. I know I've used different ones that were in high school and were just interested in being around
But yeah,
me for mentorship or something, and I helped them like do they could check emails, they could help with my social media, just different things like that. So, but like Yvonne said, I made sure I was able to have the budget to pay them or to pay them something for the time. So you want to make sure um, you do think about that, as you are, because to me, that's investing in yourself. That's just another
yeah,
form of investing in yourself is that you're not going to, and then you also can't complain when you get that free stuff and then stuff is
yeah.
messed up.
And when you
You're
get
like,
something free, sometimes you're getting exactly what you pay for. Nothing. I just find that, I mean, I've tried that route and I just found that it just works so much better when people are getting something. Okay, I pay
more,
my people about an
they
hour,
need
but if you
something more
give
than
somebody a
attention.
flat rate budget, then do what you need to do. But I don't find free to be free 99 don't really always begin the job done.
It really does. Hi, Sister Ramona, from Cali,
And have a
jumping
certain
on.
level of extras that I want with my stuff.
I know Keisha's like Canva's really helpful, and Tamel says
Yeah,
hi.
my assistant stay on Canva, and I do pay for Canva Pro for her to use it. We
Right.
make everything in Canva. Matter of fact, when we get off this call, I just remember she need to make the thank you card for people who buy tickets to the show. Go on and make that in Canva,
I'm
please.
glad we were able to bring that up to your memory. Hi, husband. He says hello to Evonya.
Hi.
And then Auntie Ramona, thank you guys for joining. So you've talked so much about your journey. If you didn't hear this, this will be a replay immediately following this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. But you have an amazing journey and an amazing story that you are still living and that we're
Still
able,
writing.
right, still writing and that we're able to preview. You also are an author. We didn't even mention that. But yes, go to her website, go to the was it Lovey Fashion?
Yes, lovyfashion.com. And that's where
Yes.
you'll find all the information for sure.
Yeah, lovyfashion.com. You'll find everything about her. Make sure all of us who are ready to go outside in August, it'll still be hot in Atlanta, but we will be outside and go to Evine's Instagram and go in her bio where the link tree is. The very first one is how you come up to the details of the fashion show. If you want to be a sponsor, we're still looking for sponsors. You can DM her to get more details about sponsorship and partnering on this opportunity. This is going to be amazing. Everyone should come out. Women, are you having men at this fashion show or
There will
they're
be
all
men that
different?
like I think attending with the women, but we don't have anything technical. Well, you know what? I lied. I forgot. One of the designers
I
is
was like,
making swimwear
okay.
and she has resort wear and she also has like the matching set for the men. So she will be providing men. We just working on her confirmation, but she will have men. So there will be something there for men. Are there stuff there that the men can buy their women?
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Yes, so come with your men and their wallets so they can get you something. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, it all works out. I love it. So thank you so much, Evonya, for coming on here and
Thank
sharing
you
your
for having me.
story.
We had scheduled last time because
I
I was
know, but I'm
had a fashion.
excited that I was able to show the world my sister and your tell everyone about your story and what you're doing. Is there one thing that you want to say to the women that are listening that are thinking about starting this entrepreneurship journey? They have committed, they are 10 toes down, but then they also don't know where to begin. So, do you have
Uh,
anything to say to them?
Yeah, I have a couple of things. But
Okay.
now I will say if you don't have strong faith, you'll definitely get it in entrepreneurship because entrepreneurship is a daily exercise in faith. Okay.
Amen.
But I think it's really important to network. It's important to build your tribe of people that can support you. And I mean that meaning like a lot of times when you first get into entrepreneurship, if all your friends still have jobs, as soon as it gets hard and you're talking to them about it, girl, just go on and go back to work. That's not encouraging. So you
Right.
need to try to surround yourself with people that get it or that are entrepreneurs or that are going to be supportive. Most of my friends are entrepreneurs, but the few that do still have jobs, they just listen and support, not say, girl, you got 2 degrees, you can go get a job if you need to. I think you have to really be self motivated, self disciplined, regardless of what is going on around you, all the noise. I think you have to make sure you're focused on your lane. I know now we have social media and it's easy to look at somebody else and be like, oh my God, they're this, but you don't know where they're at in their journey versus where you're at in yours. So you
Hmm.
can't really look at people's journeys and compare it to yours. Comparison is the thief of joy. So you just want to focus on what you're doing, stay determined, stay prayed up, faith up, build your network of people that can support you and build a network of people that are going to advocate for you. I just had somebody hit me, hey, I know somebody looking for a stylist, and they referred them to me. So now I have people out here that will, if they know somebody need a stylist or something in fashion, they immediately think of me and send them my way.
Right. And that's how
So
you
it's
want
not
people to think
you
of
having to
you.
sell yourself only, but other people will start to sell you if you've been
Hmm.
consistent. And sometimes you just don't see it. You have to be consistent regardless of what it looks like. I know when I first started doing style tips, I think I did them for like 6 months and I felt like nobody was watching them or seeing them. I don't know. And I was just like, I don't think I need to do this. All of a sudden, like month 9, people were replying like, yeah, I've been using your style tips. Somebody told me I was watching your emails or watching your Instagram for 4 years before I booked you. Like, I was like, really? So you just got to stay consistent no matter what it looks like,
Hmm.
because it's all going to pay off at the end. It's the planting the seeds. You don't know when the harvest is going to come, but it's going to come.
All right. Now, apparently, she's a preacher too.
Well, if I am, I learned from you. No, but I'm just saying.
Whatever, Ivana.
Those are all the things I would say. I mean, it's a lot more that goes with the journey for sure. And
But
I
you
do
have to
take
pay
time to
her
talk
for
with
that
people.
knowledge. You have to pay
Yes.
her for the
I
additional
do
knowledge.
talk to people, who are like, "Hey, I need an informational interview." Because sometimes people just need encouragement to get out here and figure it out. I'm, of course, very fearless too, and I take risk, but I'm also calculated risk as far as being an entrepreneur. But it's definitely a risk to, jump out of a plane without a parachute and figure out how
How you
you
gonna
gonna
land?
land. But you will figure it out. Everything you need is within you to win. It's just about activating it, tapping into it, and the people, hopefully, the good people around you will help bring that out.
All right. Would you like to pray for the people, or you
No,
gonna?
you got it. I think I get enough.
You gave enough. You was over there on the roll with the scriptures and talking about your faith. I said, okay, now just go ahead and
Yes.
conclude the matter. Don't run from your other calling. Amen. Your parents are in the ministry. So tell God yes. Um. Anyways, so let us pray. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. I want to thank you for some of you come every week. Like my husband is on here every week. I appreciate you. I appreciate other people that come on here weekly. Keisha, I be seeing you a lot. And we've had some surprise visits from folks tonight because Evian was on here. So I'm glad to see
I
all of
want y'all
you.
to replay.
I know you watch all the replays. I was glad to see Marshawn, Alicia,
I can't
Jael.
catch including TV shows. Everything's DVR.
Yes. Do they even have DVR anymore, or is it just streaming? I don't.
You know,
Anyways,
like
yeah, I know what
including
you're
TV
talking about.
has. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, is this still called that? We're dating ourselves. Okay. Yes, and then yeah. So thank you guys for
Only close
all.
out one or two gathering more. Go ahead.
Not the one or two gather. I'm saying I'm doing my closing remarks. I think your birds or something over there talking. Next month, we are taking a summer break from Sisters Let's Connect. We're going to stay connected. I'm going to make sure I uh, put notifications about different replays that we've had. And this first 6 months have been amazing. Thank you guys for continuing to support. And we want to grow this to not just supporting online, but eventually getting in person. But as Evonya said, we're going to stay consistent where you guys are and listening, and you love it. You feel the love, you feel the sisters. Some people have
Maybe I
already
can have
made
a meetup at
connections.
the show.
Have a what?
A meetup at the show.
Oh, and August.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So let us know. We'll have to work that out. We need a sisters Let's Connect.
I give y'all a
Yeah.
foot break discount.
There it is. Sisters Let's Connect community. If you now you get the discount, but you gotta make sure you're part of the community. I'm gonna check in. She talking about some, I don't know who that is. I said I don't know either. So make sure if she gonna give us a discount. I recorded it. I got this on tape. So you get a discount for the
I
poolside
got
fashion
you.
show. She got us in August. Okay, so everybody that's a part of Sisters Let's Connect. Let's connect in person, and we will put that all on the internet. And go to Evion's Instagram to find out more details about the fashion show as well as the sponsorship, and just find out more about Evonya. When I say this girl be outside and in the city, she in the city. Okay, so you may see her just randomly somewhere, and just go and say hey, take a selfie, and put it on the internet, and say you met her through the live. But I appreciate you. We're going to take a break for the month of July. It's my birthday month. I'll be on there
Yeah.
doing the countdown. But we will take a break from these lives being weekly. And then we will check back in August in person at the fashion show and also on the internet. But I love you guys, and I want to pray for you before we go. God, we thank you and praise you for this amazing day. We thank you for all that you are and all that you do, Lord God. We thank you for using us for such a time as this. Thank you for blessing us with Evonya tonight to share her story. May it have been encouraging and empowering to the women and men who are on here tonight to not give up, but to keep going, to keep pursuing the things that you have called and purpose for them to do in this life. We give you glory, we give you praise, and we thank you for the people that will be blessed from watching this replay, people that will be blessed in the comments that are connecting online and in person. We give you praise and glory for all that you have done and continue to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. This was
Amen.
great.
It was great. We finally got y'all on here, got you on here. Okay, you keep leaving me, but I'm
Sorry, I was
excited.
trying to do a screen grab and messed it up.
See, doing too much.
Okay, I think I got it.
Did you get the grab?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, I want to make sure I sound on the grab because this is probably gonna be on the
I'll
internet.
try it. I'll
This
try it.
probably gonna be on the internet in 2 minutes, y'all.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, we know that. Social media queen. All right. Well, I love you, Vanya, and I
Me
will see
too.
you in person before
We gotta
August.
talk offline about the VIP and then when we gonna meet up.
Okay, Giselle is watching. Thank you. Um, yeah, we will talk about that when we're gonna meet up. All right. Love you and love all of you. See you in
Bye.
August. Bye.